Allegedly, in 1993, the chokehold was banned in New York City, but of course, we know that's not really true because in 2014, we watched Eric Gardner get choked to death on the street by New York City police officers, specifically Daniel Pantaleo, who has not faced any real consequences for taking the life of Eric. But on May 1st at 2:30 on a subway in the afternoon, Jordan Neely, a 30-year-old street performer who was impersonating Michael Jackson a lot, as they said on the A train, was choked to death by a civilian named Daniel Penny, who is 24 years old. Now, they said that Jordan was on the subway and he was yelling aggressively is what they said, but they said the things he was saying was like, I'm hungry, I'm thirsty, I don't care if I'm here anymore. So obviously he was in mental distress, and it did come out that he did have a history with mental illness. They said that he was grieving from the age of 14 his mother, who was also choked to death by a man, and they found her body later on stuffed in a suitcase. So he never really got over that trauma. But anyway, Daniel the Devil is still running free as of this moment, has not been arrested. Now, the coroner did say that it is homicide, right? I mean, you choke somebody for 15 minutes, I think that's considered homicide. But again, he is running free. Now, let's bring a couple people into this. You have Mayor Eric Adams, who at first was like, well, let's wait and see all the details. I don't really want to make a comment, right? Because we know that Mayor Eric Adams is very pro-police. He worked with the police for many years, and so he is not really going to go against that of white supremacy. Now, I bring white supremacy into this because a lot of white people are defending Daniel and saying, oh, he had the right to do it. He was in the right. Of course, they bring up Jordan's criminal history and all those things. Y'all know how they do our people. Let's bring in the DA there in Manhattan. Y'all have heard his name quite a bit. Alvin Bragg. Y'all know he's going after Trump so aggressively, right, for buying something on the side of his wife before he became president. But it's like, you're still investigating to see if you're going to arrest Daniel? We're waiting and seeing type of thing. Now, mind you, the last two people I just mentioned, the mayor and the DA, are black people. And they are dragging their feet on bringing that devil to justice for choking out a black man who was simply saying that he was hungry. Does not sound like he was threatening anybody physically, but we all know how those white supremacists are. They get off on being able to take a life. Now imagine choking somebody for 15 minutes and not thinking, oh, well, maybe I better stop. Now Daniel's attorney says, well, he didn't mean to kill him. What you mean you didn't mean to kill him? You know what I mean? And then if y'all notice, there was two other people there that was restraining Jordan. So it's like all those other people kind of, didn't think that was a problem, which is really scary, right? But let's also bring this into play. Now just imagine with me for a moment that was an Asian on that subway floor being choked to death. You know how many people would have came to their rescue, or a white person or anybody else, right? And the other thing, all the politicians would have lost their minds and tried to, really hurt themselves to go make another bill to protect Asians. But there's a black man. I should say that black people are the most unprotected and most harmed people in the United States of America. And we do not have a bill specifically to protect us. And so we ought to take note. And a lot of those people who are, well, we're going to wait and see and all that other stuff, they're Democrats. They benefit the most from our votes as black people. But they want to play the wait and see game, right? And I'm like, what you waiting for? It is a clear-cut case of murder. Pick Daniel up now. And if they don't, black people, we need to rally together and make sure that the people who have the power to bring Daniel to justice, not see another term in office. That is what we need to do, because that's what everybody else does. They get problems like Eric Adams and Alvin Bragg up out of there. So y'all tell me what you think of this. And for more insightful commentary, please subscribe to this channel and my channel, The Demetra Kaye Show, here on YouTube. Peace.